What's up, guys? Today in this video, I want to take a look at one of the biggest sports betting brands out there, and that is Bet365. I am going to break down whether or not this industry leader is the right sportsbook for you guys at home. I'm going to use the main criteria we here at OddsShark use to assess whether a book is Fin certified. So I'll be digging into user experience, bonus offerings, payment process, odds and sports variety, and of course, safety. Simply put, and I do like simple things, this is our internal audit to make sure that we are aligned with the right sports books because we don't want to steer you guys in the wrong direction. I am Andrew, aka Chalk Ninja, and if you are looking at Bet365 as a possible home for your sports betting, well, you've come to the right place. Let's go. Full disclosure off the top here, OddsShark is a Bet365 affiliate partner. We do receive compensation for any signups and first-time deposits via our links to Bet365 on oddshark.com, in our YouTube descriptions, and elsewhere. But that does not mean we aren't or cannot be fair and balanced in our reviews. And at OddsShark, we strive to be fair and transparent in our content. Let's dig into it. I've been using Bet365 for a while now. I love the experience here. The layout is easy to follow. There's minimal clicking to find stuff. I love the inclusion of league logos and jersey colors when I'm navigating through football, basketball, and soccer odds. It's easy on the eye, and I really like the layout and color palette. The mobile experience really is complementary to desktop, pretty seamless from one to the other, as you'd expect in this day and age, but the layout is familiar and responsive. I love it on desktop. I love it on my phone. As bettors, we want a clean bet slip, and 365 does not disappoint in that regard. You make a pick, it gets added to your slip, and away you go. It has a remember toggle that you can switch on and off, which is super handy if you are dedicated to one bet size. Just a note though, books can be tricky. So if you add multiple bets or picks, it will instantly just build you a parlay slip. Some of you want that, others don't. So if you're looking to bet singles, just make sure you adjust that before you hit submit. To put a bow on user experience, I'm biased because Bet365 is my number one shop, but I love the experience here. I love the aesthetic. Definitely worthy of the Fin certified seal of approval. All right, guys, bonuses, boosts, promos. If you are a bettor that looks for a strong offering in this sort of thing, then you're going to love Bet365. You will typically see some competitive new customer offers. You're going to see 100% parlay boosts, which I will get into momentarily. You'll see profit boosts, and these are all good. But one of the things I want to single out here is their early cash out options, which is hands down the best in the industry. It is incredible. I will use soccer as my example. And as a soccer bettor, I got to say, I love their 2 goals ahead payout offer. This is game changing. Here's the gist. If you have a soccer bet on a side and they go up by 2 goals in a game, 2-0, 3-1, 5th minute, 85th minute, whatever, you get cashed out. And I cannot stress how clutch this feature actually is. Guys, the number of times I've seen a team I've bet on blow a lead is wild. So you can even call this, I guess, a bit of bad beat insurance in a way. So, like just the other week, I bet the Bournemouth money line against Tottenham. I watched Bournemouth go up 2-0. So my bet was a winner with this promo. And then I watched Tottenham come back and end the game 2-2. Just a great feature, and one that has saved me from throwing many a shoe through the TV. And now, while there are competitors out there that do offer something similar in 1 or 2 sports, Bet365 has this feature for most major sports and leagues. College football has a 17-point cash out. NBA, a 20-point cash out. NHL has a 3-goal lead cash out. College basketball, 18-point cash out. And even better, these also get graded as wins on parlay cards. I absolutely love this from Bet365, and this really and truly separates them from the pack. Oh, and just so I don't forget, for you tennis bettors out there, they even have an early retirement guarantee. So if the opponent has to retire early with an injury, your bet will get graded as a winner. So currently, for new customers to Bet365, they get offered a choice for promos. The first is a first bet safety net offer. So what they're doing here is offering a refund of the same value of your first bet up to $1,000 in bonus bets. if that bet loses. So if you put $100 on the 49ers money line and it loses, you get $100 in bonus bets as your safety net. The second option is your classic bonus bets promo. So here, sign up and deposit, and for your first bet, if it's a minimum bet of $10, you get $50 back in bonus bets, which is pretty standard. What's not standard, though, is giving you, the player, the choice, which I do think is pretty cool. Real quick, at the top of this section, I mentioned the 100% parlay boost. This is a bit misleading, and I just wanted to flag it. You have to actually build a 20-leg parlay to truly kick in that 100% parlay boost. For example, a 2-leg parlay gets you a 2.5% boost. A 3-leg parlay comes in at 5%, and so on down the list. So really, a 100% parlay boost needs 20 legs. Just wanted to call that out. A strike against 365 is going to be the lack of a rewards program. I know there are bettors out there that do look for this sort of thing. It's just not here. So if that's something you're looking for, you're not going to find it. So just to wrap here, a pretty sizable offering here in terms of promos, and something for everyone, honestly. I love it. It gets 5 stars and the Fin Certified badge purely for those early cash out promos. Absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, for banking, what you see in this day and age is largely par for the course from book to book when it comes to payment options, when it comes to how quickly we get our money. And Bet365 is no different. All the familiar payment methods are here: Visa and MasterCard as debit and credit card options, and then your Venmos, your PayPals, and more. For withdrawals, Bet365 is pretty quick to get those funds back to you, which you can do via debit card, bank transfer, Visa, MasterCard, and more. And you can expect funds to hit your account fairly quickly, anywhere from like 1 to 4 hours per the site. And then wire and bank transfer can be anywhere from 1 to 3 business days. One little thing I did want to call out here is that they have an option to disable canceling withdrawals, which I like. It just adds another preventative layer from bettors making a decision that they might regret later on. So I do like that. So yeah, all your classic banking options are here, and from personal experience, small flex, but winnings can get back to you pretty quickly, so no concern here on that front at all. Let's talk about odds and sports variety now. So in terms of variety, everything is here and more. You'll obviously get the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball, but let's be honest, if a book isn't offering those, there is little to no point in signing up. But apart from the big boys, soccer bettors have tons of options here. Everything in major European markets is available. Even if you like betting on smaller leagues, trying to expose some weak lines in the second tier of Estonian footy or something like that, you can do that. I could go on, but you get my drift. Just look at the side rail with me here: tennis, golf, F1, lacrosse. If you want it, Bet365 is going to have it. Interesting here is their esports offering. If you're into it, there's tons to bet on here. League of Legends, CSGO, Dota, Call of Duty. There is plenty here for esports fans. It's not something that I bet, but if it is your thing, they have it. Another is going to be boxing and MMA. Bet365, in my opinion at least, big-time UFC bettors as well, a much better book than their competitors. Really good and deep selection of matches on both men's and women's boxing and UFC, but even for bigger fights, they just have a deeper menu of props like punches landed, jabs thrown, jabs landed in boxing, and in UFC, over-under strikes landed, takedowns landed, method and round combinations. Definitely plenty for combat sports bettors. Odds are pretty competitive at 365 compared to their peers in the regulated space in the US, but in general, some books are going to be sharper in markets than others, and if you're a bettor that has accounts at multiple books, then you know this perfectly well. All in all, though, I would say that the odds are fair at 365 and highly competitive to their peers. Prop markets are deep across multiple sports. NFL, NBA, soccer, all your classic stuff is going to be in there. Let's just use the NBA, for example. So you can see your first basket markets are here, gaining in popularity. Player point milestones are here, point over under markets. And then I can just keep scrolling through. So no real shortage of props here. In-game betting or live betting is really strong here as well, but one thing I do want to single out for their live betting is what they call flash betting. This varies from sport to sport, but it's basically allowing you to live bet really granular aspects of the game. In the NHL, it could be something like who will win the next faceoff, or in the NBA, who will score the next basket, or if the next points will come from a three-pointer, two-pointer, or free throw. Just a really cool wrinkle for live betting. And for live betting, Bet365 does feature streaming capability for numerous soccer leagues and tennis. And even last year in the NFL playoffs, 365 was live streaming games. And for sports that they don't have broadcasting for, they do have some pretty slick animations and eye candy just to accompany your live betting experience. So, in short, tons and tons of leagues and props, really good in game betting offerings, and at the end of the day, competitive odds. There's not much wrong here. Safety and security, the most exciting aspect of them all. Bet365 uses TLS encryption or transport layer security to encrypt your data. Basically a way to hide your personal details and any payment information and any passwords provided to the book when being passed from your device and server. Any questions and concerns you may have can be addressed to a very good and very responsive customer service team. Live chat and email are both available, and you can even send a message from your own 365 account inbox. I've contacted Bet365. I've raised an issue or two in my day. They are responsive, and unlike girlfriends I've had in the past, they will not ghost you. The team at 365 will stick with you until a complaint or issue is resolved. Any regulated shop is going to be extremely safe and protective, and they are going to have a top customer service team. Bet365 is no exception here. Really good stuff. All right, guys, look, Bet365 is my personal favorite. I do certainly vouch for them, but in my opinion, the promos alone, that early cash out across many major sports, just a massive win, an absolute game changer. But then you've got things like the live streaming options for in-game betting. You've got really good options for other sports like boxing and tennis, even esports. Just a top tier, complete and total 5-star book. What I will say, though, is if you are a bettor that is looking for a rewards program of any sort, this isn't going to be for you. This is not something that I personally look for in a book, but I know for some of you, it could certainly be a factor. So that would be my only real strike against. If I've convinced you to sign up, there are links in the description so you can sign up right there, or you can head on over to oddshark.com and find out even more about what makes Bet365 a great option for bettors. If I was any help, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have any further questions, you can feel free to drop those in the comments. Oh, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you do not do so already. Thank you so much for watching. Happy betting and stay safe.